Okay, good afternoon. This is Mr. Tueshe. So today we'll do some questions in mathematics. So what we'll be doing, especially in mathematics, we'll focus on past papers. There are some topics, of course, which you need to start from the foundation, but the other topics you just have to start direct solving questions, like algebra, the one I'm starting today. So algebra. So let us solve a couple of questions in algebra, then I'll give you questions which you need to solve. So simplify the following. By the way, these are examination questions. They come from exam past papers. If you start going through, you're going to see that this is 2018 July, August. So simplify the following. We have 7st cubic over 15u cubic times v squared multiplied by 5u cubic v over 28 x cubic t squared. So for us to multiply this algebraic fraction, we are going first to cancel what is common. We divide. You can either cross divide or you just divide like that. Now for us to do that easily, we need to expand this so that you can easily cancel. Sometimes it's confusing cancelling like that. So you can expand these with powers so that you can easily cancel what is common both on top and at the bottom of these fractions. So what you're going to do there is 7 times, so when there's no sign there, it means you're multiplying 7 times s there. So now I have to show it that when you're expanding, you have to show the times. So 7 times s times, here we have 3 t's. 3, you multiply it 3 times, you're going to get 3 cubic. So we have s times t times t times t over 15 times u times u times u, then times v times v. We multiply the whole of this fraction with the other part, which is 5 times u times u times u. Remember we have 3 u's there, that is 3 cubic. Then times v over 28 times, we also have 3s, so that is 28 times s times s times s. Then we have 2t there, so times t times t. After expanding, that's when you can start now cancelling easily what is common both on top and at the bottom. So you can start with numbers first. You start with numbers. Let's say 37 go into 15. Obviously it will be a remainder. Now can 7 go into 28? Yes, without even giving a remainder. So 27, 7 into 27, 7 into 7 is 1. Then 7 into 28 there, we're going to get obviously 4. I was saying that. We come to 5. 5 into 5, it is 1. Then 5 into 15, it is 3. After cancelling the letters, the numbers now, we go to the letters. You check out which letters are common both on top and at the bottom. We can see we have u here, we also have u there. So we can remove one u, remain with one there, even there we remove one u. We still have u. So we can cancel that u, 1, cancel there 1, cancel that 1, you cancel that 1. We go to v, we have one v there and also we have two v's there. So we can cancel one v there, remain with 1. Then you cancel 1 there, remain with 1. V there still remains. We go to s. We have one s there, we cancel s, remain with 1. We have one s there, cancel s, remain with 1. Then we go to t, here my s on top of there done. We go to t now, you cancel one t, remain with 1 there. You cancel one t, remain with 1. We still have another t, even there another t, so cancel another t there, remain with 1. Even there, cancel that one, remain with 1. Then after you finished cancelling, you start now checking what you have remained with on top. You check what you have remained with on top. You check, so if you can see, we've cancelled everything on top. So you can easily say 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, we're obviously going to get 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So on top we have only remained with 1. So we have 1 over, you check now what you have remained with at the bottom. We have a 3 there, we have a V, we have a 4, we have an S, another S there. So we start multiplying. 3 times 1 times 1 times 1 times V. We are going to get 3V there. Now 3V times 4, we are going to get 12V. Then S times S, it is X squared. So we are going to get 12V S squared. Okay, start with S because we have alphabetical order there. So I'm going to get 3 times 4, it is 12. Then we have S times S there, it is S squared. And now the V which have remained with there. So this is the answer which you have to get at the end when you cancel this. That's the answer. So when you simplify the whole of this expression, you're supposed to get this answer as your final. Okay, now we go to question B. We go to question B. It is the same question. We also have to simplify. So we simplify B. It is a similar question as well. Now, in this case, there is a division. We have 14x cubic over 9y cubic, y squared, divided by 7s x to the power 4 over 18 y to the power 3. Division of algebraic fraction. Now, how do we divide this fraction? So the way we divide the fraction, it is not different from the way we solve those simple fractions, such as 2 over 3 divided by 1 over 2. So for us to solve this one, we'll start with that one. Then we apply what we're going to do there here. So the way we solve fractions, we are going to write the first part the way it is at the bottom, which is 2 over 3. Then you change the division sign into multiplication sign. So we are going to have, you change the division into multiplication. Now, once you change the sign there, the numbers at the end there will swap their position. The denominator becomes the numerator. This one at the bottom will go on top there, or which is going to be 2 over 3. Now, this knowledge which we have applied, it is the same thing we need to apply even here. So let's do the same thing. You are going to write the first part at the bottom the way it is. So we have 14x cubic over 9y squared. We change the division into multiplication sign. Then these numbers will swap, just like we did with those two. So I'm going to have on top 18y cubic over 7x to the power 4. When you reach here now, it is similar to that one, as you can see there. So now here we can just expand these so that you can easily cancel what is on top, which is common between on top and at the bottom. So let's expand these. We have 14 times x times x times x. We have 3 x's there, so multiply x 3 times over 9 times y times y. This is 9 squared. So 9 squared, it means you're multiplying y 2 times. When we say x cubic there, it means you're multiplying x 3 times. So when expanding, you write them one by one. You don't need the powers. Okay. Multiply by. We do the same thing, even here we expand. So we have 18 times y times y times y. We have 3 y's there. Over, we have 7, we have 4 x's now at the bottom. So 7 times x times x times x times x. You make sure you have to count. This is to the power 4. It means the x's there should be 4 as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when you expand, that's when you start dividing, either cross dividing or you divide directly there. So start with numbers. You check, can 9 go into 14? Can 7 go into 18? If not, then cross divide. Can 7 go into 14? It's an obvious case. 7 into 7 there, it is 1. 7 into 7 there, it is 1. Then 7 into 14, it is 2. Away from 7 now, we go to 9. 9 into 9, it is 1. 9 into 18, it is 2. Then from there, you start dividing letters. You check what letters are common on top and at the bottom. So here we have my letter Y, and on top, of course, we have letter Y is there. So you cancel one by one, you say Y into Y, 1. Y into Y, 1. Y into Y there is 1, Y into Y, 1. We have cancelled all the Y's there. There's no need of cancelling the remaining Y. Leave it like that. You don't have any Y to cancel that. Then you go to X now. X into X there is 1. X into X is 1. X into X is 1. X there, 1. X there, 1. X there, 1. You also have remained with the 1x there. We don't need to cancel as well because we don't have any any x to cancel that. Then after you do that, you multiply what you have remained with on top and write them down. So if you can see, we have 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, and y. So you can say 2 times these ones, they are going to get 2, and 2 times 2, it is 4. 4 times y, we are going to get 4y. So get that one as in 4y. So this would be 4y. 4y over, you check what you have remained with at the bottom. You have 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1, times 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1, then times x, which is x. So we have 4y over x. So this is the answer which we are going to get if we evaluate this algebraic fraction. Okay, so I'll be silent for some time so that you can copy this, or you can screenshot, or you do whatever you can do for you to have this. Okay, so let's continue. We solve another algebraic fractions. Now, in this case now, it is not division, neither multiplying. Now, this is addition or subtraction of algebraic fraction. It is always in an exam as well. It is always in an exam. So I'm wrapping this. Hope you're done. I'm wrapping this. Please, you need to be quick in terms of copy work here. As you can see, it's online. So you need to be very, very quick as much as possible. Okay. Let me erase this. So express the following as a single fraction in its simplest form. That's another question. Question 2. Express the following as a single fraction in its simplest form. Express the following as a single fraction in its simplest form. So A, we have 3 over 2x minus 5 subtracted by 4 over x minus 3. I hope you're done this side. You need to use it as well. Okay, so when you are given fractions like this, what are you supposed to do? So this is subtraction of fractions. So, the same way we subtract a simple fraction, it is the same way we do this one. This question is always in an exam, and it is forever 3 marks. So you have to know this one. It is cost marks. So now, let's try to see how can we add or subtract a simple fraction. If we have 1 over 2, then you say minus 2 over 3. So now, how do we subtract such kind of fractions? So, in most cases, what we do there, we obviously introduce the division line there, and you look for the common denominator, isn't it? So now, how do we find the common denominator? We multiply these two denominators. We multiply 2 times 3, we are going to get 6. So it will see 3 can go into 6 3 times. I'm getting that. If you divide 2 into 6 there, it will go 3 times. So this will be there, multiplied by 1 on top. Then if you divide 3 into 6, it will go there 2 times. The same number as which you have multiplied is not changing. So it will be 2 times, the 2 on top there. So now this concept which you have used, don't forget to find this 6, we have multiplied this one times this one to get 6. Then when dividing 2 into 6, we got this 3. It goes there 3 times, major 3 part. Then when you divide 3 into 6, it goes there 2 times. That is a 2 which is there, multiplied by that one on top. This concept, it is the one we use even here. So we have to find the common denominator. How did we find the 6? We had multiplied the denominators. So even here we have to multiply. But don't multiply until you find the final answer, no. So just bring them down to x minus 5. You put them in brackets. Brackets represent multiplication in mathematics. So this means that we have multiplied this one times that one. You just write this at the bottom there, below the division line, and you cross them in 2 brackets. So this already shows that you have multiplied this one times that one when we got that, for us to get this one. So we have multiplied this one and this one and this one to get this one. Just put them in brackets. That's all. Then you start dividing. Sorry about that. We start dividing. So remember when you divided 2 into 6, it went there 3 times. So even here same applies when you divide the 2x minus 5 into the common denominator, it will go there 30 times. I'll get it right. So just swap that. I'll get it right. Yes, so let's do this. When you divide this one into the common denominator, we are going to get this number, which is x minus 3. We have to multiply it with the number on top, which is 3 there, minus, don't forget the operation sign there. Then you divide x minus 3 into the common denominator, you are going to get 2x minus 5. Then multiply by 4. So 4 multiplied by 2x minus 5. Then you start evaluating now. You start expanding, removing the brackets there. So these 3 simply mean that it is multiplying with everything inside the brackets here, even that 4 same applies. So we have 3 times x there, we are going to get 3x. We have 3 times negative 3 there, we are going to get negative 9. Negative 4 times 2x, we are going to get negative 8x. Negative 4 times negative 5 there, we are going to get